Why do the heavy lifting all by yourself? It's time to bot.
Congratulations on your new AI-powered assistant. You now have a WhatsApp bot that saves you lots of time and effort. Ready to streamline your communication? Let's connect your bot to WhatsApp in just a few steps. First, enter your bot's dashboard using the link we emailed you, and start the connection. Next, on your mobile, open WhatsApp settings, choose Link Devices, and add a new device. Wait for the QR code to appear inside your dashboard. Then, scan the QR code, and stand by for a confirmation message. That's it. You are logged in. Your bot is currently in standby mode. And we highly recommend that you only activate it after you've watched the next couple of tutorials, in which we learn the basics and activate your bot together for the first time. Now, it's time to set up your conversation flow so that your new bot can start replying to incoming messages.
Why do the heavy lifting all by yourself? It's time to bot.
Welcome back. In the last tutorial, we connected your bot to WhatsApp. To activate your bot and let it reply to incoming WhatsApp messages, let's set up your desired conversation flow. Your bot's basic conversation flow consists of different screens that present your visitors with content and options. Bot screens are very much like pages on your site that convey specific info and offer relevant actions. To start creating the conversation flow, let's add a new screen and append it to your bot's main menu as a new routing option. First, click on the Screens tab, then add a new screen. When we expand the screen's details, we can set its name, content, and routing options, as well as choose settings, such as screen type. Start by setting a screen title, which identifies this screen. Then, set the screen's content. This is the actual reply that your bot sends when visitors reach this screen. Next, add routing options. These are the options that your visitors can choose from when they get to this screen. Add a routing option and choose one of the existing screens from the list. Whenever a visitor gets to a certain screen, always provide them with routing options, and consider routing back to the main menu. All that's left is to allow visitors to access this screen. We'll use the main menu for that. Expand the main menu's details. Add a new routing option and select the new screen we just created. All done. Your new screen is ready, and visitors will be able to reach it from the main menu. This is the time to lay down the paths you want your visitors to take. Add screens and content, like we did just now, and create your bot's basic chat flow. Your dashboard is filled with key info, examples, tutorials, and tips that are important to unlocking your bot's full potential. Exploring those will set you up for success. In the next tutorials, we'll activate and test your bot for the first time, as well as learn how to reply with AI agents, create dynamic screen content, and much more.
Why do the heavy lifting all by yourself? It's time to bot.
Welcome to our tutorial on testing and activating your WhatsApp bot. I'll walk you through how to test your bot and go live for the first time. A moment we at Time to Bot have worked really hard for. And we hope your new powerful assistant will significantly streamline your workflow. Before proceeding, be sure to follow our tutorials on connecting your bot to WhatsApp and setting up the conversation flow. Note that only after you've connected it to WhatsApp will you be able to activate your bot. Ready to activate and test your bot? Let's do that together. If this is the first time you activate it, your bot will operate in strict testing mode, which means it'll only respond to incoming messages from your testers, ignoring all other messages. So, all we need to do is to specify who the testers are. Enter Settings. In the bot testing section, you'll find your testers list. While in strict testing mode, these are the only phone numbers that your bot will respond to. Add testers by specifying their phone numbers, and insert a comma after each one. Except for your bot, any WhatsApp account can become a tester. As always, follow the guidelines and tips inside your dashboard to set it up right. As you might have noticed, connecting your bot to WhatsApp puts it in standby, so it won't immediately respond to incoming messages. That's to prevent your bot from interacting with visitors until you finish setting up and testing your chat flow. But it's finally time for your bot to respond to your testers. Enter the controls section. Ensure your bot is in testing mode. And activate it. Activation might take a couple of minutes. It's okay to get a little bit excited in the meanwhile. Your bot will signal when it's fully active. Now that your bot is active, go ahead and send it a WhatsApp message. Just keep in mind that you must send that message from a phone number which is specified in the testers list. Otherwise, your bot will ignore it. Typically, switching to live mode happens when you are happy with your bot's conversation flow. If you're not done setting up your flow, watch our tutorials and add screens, content, and routing options before going live. Once you've tested the flow and feel that you can expose it to your contacts and visitors, go live and your bot will begin responding to new incoming messages. You can always return to strict testing mode or completely deactivate your bot using the controls. By the way, your bot remembers the last mode you set it to, and you don't have to activate your bot to switch modes. You can do that anytime using the dashboard. One thing to keep in mind, now that your bot is activated, you also choose when to apply the changes you make to it. Once you're done making changes inside your dashboard, apply them to your bot. If you don't apply changes, then your bot will keep its existing settings until you do. Let's quickly recap the 3 things we've learned in this tutorial. First, once connected, you can activate or deactivate your bot. Second, while testing, your bot only responds to its specified testers. And finally, when ready, remember to apply your pending changes for them to take effect. Time to celebrate. No more manually replying to incoming WhatsApp messages. That's for those who insist on doing the heavy lifting all by themselves. You, on the other hand, have decided that it's time to bot. For your AI agents to reply to certain screens, or to skip the conversation flow entirely and have your bot respond with artificial intelligence straight from the get-go, I'd be happy to show you how to enable AI replies.
Why do the heavy lifting all by yourself? It's time to bot.
Welcome to our tutorial on setting up your AI agents. In the last videos, we learned how to create a basic conversation flow and present your visitors with preset content and choices, which is great for many use cases, such as taking a message or presenting predefined info and options. Other use cases might require more context. For example, providing support, resolving commonly encountered issues, deciding when to refer a visitor to certain email addresses, or choosing the right links to include in the reply. These cases, and others, could be better handled by AI agents that understand and use natural language when communicating. Let's start with the basics. Your AI agents are like dedicated employees that specialize in responding to incoming WhatsApp messages and know how to perform specific, predefined actions. For your AI agents to operate properly, you must provide them with suitable info on which they can base their replies and actions. The second important thing to note is that there is a limit to the amount of information that a single agent can consider, which is why we create multiple agents, each with its own role, instructions, and context. Expanding your existing service agent settings, we can quickly go over the main sections, which provide an AI agent with the crucial context that it needs. First, in the keywords section, list single words and complete phrases that, when included in an incoming message, will signal to this agent that it's probably their turn to reply. Then, specify instructions that help shape this agent's behavior and persona. Finally, provide this agent with a knowledge base. This section holds info that could answer incoming messages which contain the keywords and phrases that you listed earlier. Now, to spread the workload and allow each agent to concentrate on their specific role and context, let's create another AI agent, while also recapping the entire process. Create a new agent. Give it a name, which will identify it later on. List the relevant keywords and phrases that should invoke this agent to respond. By the way, your agents will suggest more keywords for you to add as they interact with your visitors. Provide custom instructions that define this agent's persona and guidelines. And add this agent's knowledge base. Agent created. You've just added another member to your crew. Agents also have shared knowledge and instructions. Use these shared sections to include details you want every agent to be aware of. And as always, apply the latest changes to update your bot. Last, but not least, remember, AI agents are not perfect. They can, and do, make mistakes. Tuning your AI agents is a bit more delicate compared to setting up a basic chat flow, and we highly recommend that you only use your AI agents in strict testing mode until you are satisfied with their responses. Ultimately, getting your agents to respond correctly might take some tweaking. But, with the right settings, your bot will be able to intelligently pick up the right agent to reply to each incoming message, and greatly improve the quality of service it provides. You can assign a specific agent to manage all the incoming messages to a given screen, or skip the screens altogether, and let your AI agents handle each incoming message from the get-go. Now is an excellent time to actually assign AI agents to specific bot screens, or to the entire flow, so that they can start replying to your visitors.
Why do the heavy lifting all by yourself? It's time to bot.
Welcome to our tutorial on how to reply with AI. Your WhatsApp bot can use artificial intelligence to respond to some or all incoming messages. In fact, you've got a whole crew of online agents operating on your behalf. For your bot to reply with AI successfully, you should first determine your AI agent settings. If you haven't already done that, watch our previous tutorials on setting up your agents before we proceed. Once your AI agents are set up, you can assign them to a specific screen, or have them take over the entire flow. All you have to do is to enable a screen to reply with AI. Let's add a new screen and assign it to your AI agents. It'll take less than a minute. Head over to the Screens tab and add a new screen. Give it a title. Use the Content section to let the visitor know what to expect from this agent. We don't need to add routing options. AI agents can handle routing all by themselves. Inside the screen settings, choose to enable an AI reply. It's that simple. You can either pick a specific AI agent to take charge of this screen's visitors, or not select a particular agent, and let your bot decide which one to use for each incoming message. Finally, we'll add this screen to the main menu, so visitors can reach it. As always, when you are ready, apply the latest changes to update your bot. That's all. This screen now uses your AI agents to respond to visitors. You can tune your agent's behavior, but don't overload one agent with too much info and instructions. Create more agents to handle different aspects. For example, you could have 2 support agents, one for onboarding and another one for solving known issues. It's totally up to you. If you'd like your bot to skip all its screens and only reply with your AI agents, you can easily do that in the bot's general settings. Now, how about getting your bot to take messages?
Why do the heavy lifting all by yourself? It's time to bot.
Welcome to our tutorial on getting your bot to take messages and prepare them for further handling. Assuming you've set up your conversation flow, then your bot already chats seamlessly with your visitors. Normal chats aside, your bot can also deliver specific messages from visitors, usually regarding matters that don't fit the bot's scope of operation. In fact, this feature is enabled by default for all new bots. Let's have a look. Heading over to the Screens tab, we'll expand the main menu's details and scan the Routing Options section. The main menu has an existing routing option, offering visitors to leave a message, which routes the visitors to an existing screen. So, let's scroll down a bit and expand that screen's details, then peek at the screen type. This screen has the Take Message setting turned on. The screen's content instructs the visitors that they can either leave a message or return to the main menu. When visitors reply to this screen, their message is delivered and logged in the communication section of their contact details. Once a message is delivered, you can get notified and handle it in various ways, depending on the matter. Check out the options to manage these messages inside your bot's settings. One important thing to keep in mind is that visitors leaving a message are automatically forwarded to the next screen, which is specified as this screen's first and only routing option. If you don't specify the next screen, visitors leaving a message will be returned to the main menu, and that will appear as if their message wasn't delivered. So always add an ending screen, confirming that the message was delivered successfully. A common use case for this type of screen involves creating WhatsApp forms and getting a set of replies to a whole series of questions.
Why do the heavy lifting all by yourself? It's time to bot.
Welcome back. In the last tutorial we learned how to get your bot to take and log a single message. For that, we used a take message type of screen that did the whole job for us. Now, to create a form, all we need is a couple of such screens. Let's quickly create your first form, simulating an incoming service call. By the way, you can create longer, more complex forms for your visitors to submit. But in this tutorial, we'll be creating a basic form just to get the hang of it. First, add 3 screens and give them titles which represent the form's flow. This form will ask visitors to provide 2 answers, and then present them with an ending screen. On the first screen, enable the take message setting. The content instructs the visitor to provide the first piece of info. As mentioned in the last tutorial, after leaving a message, visitors are automatically forwarded to the first routing option. So we'll choose to route the visitor to the form's next stage. Set the second screen to take a message as well, and we'll ask the visitor for the second piece of info. Choose to automatically forward them to the form's ending screen. The form's ending screen doesn't take messages. This is where we inform the visitor that their message was delivered successfully, and offer routing options again, getting back to the regular conversation flow. Always add an ending screen to every WhatsApp form that you create. If you don't add an ending screen, visitors submitting a form will be forwarded to the main menu, and wonder if their form was delivered or not. Lastly, we'll add the new service call screen to the main menu, so visitors can reach it. Once your bot delivers a form, you'd probably want to handle it according to its contents. To manage incoming messages, get form submission notifications, and much more, explore our videos, as well as the tips inside the settings section of your bot's dashboard.
Why do the heavy lifting all by yourself? It's time to bot.
Welcome to our tutorial on how to manage your bot's contacts. Your bot remembers every visitor it chats with, and adds them to its contacts list. If you provide a little more info on a specific contact, your bot can reply to them much more personally and efficiently. It's easy to do. Heading over to the Contacts tab, search for an existing contact by name, phone number, or other stored contact info and details. Expanding the contact's details, you can view their past messages, disable AI replies for that contact, or even instruct your bot to never reply to them. You can also add or edit their contact details, and add personal info tags. Info tags are a powerful tool for delivering dynamic content to your visitors, personalizing the messages they get. We created a separate tutorial on using info tags. Be sure to watch it after this one, if you haven't already. Before we wrap up, it's worth mentioning the notes section. The info that you specify in this section becomes part of the context that your AI agents consider when replying to this contact. Essentially, your agents take a peek at these notes before replying to visitors, which makes for an excellent way to fine-tune your AI agents for handling specific contacts. And follow the tips inside your dashboard for maximum results.
Why do the heavy lifting all by yourself? It's time to bot.
Welcome back. In the last tutorial, we reviewed your WhatsApp bot's contacts list, examined the contact details, and learned where a contact's name, phone number, and email address are stored. A contact is created each time a new visitor sends your bot a WhatsApp message for the first time. That allows your bot to recognize past visitors, as well as existing contacts, and personalize some aspects of its replies to them. For instance, your AI agents consider the visitor's personal info when interacting with them. Be sure to watch our tutorials on setting up and enabling your AI agents if you haven't seen them already. Another great way to personalize your bot's replies for specific visitors is using info tags. An info tag is simply a placeholder, a piece of text surrounded by curly braces. When chatting with a visitor, your bot knows to replace these tags with the visitor's personal info. Let's review some default tags and learn how to use custom ones. First, head over to the Screens tab and expand the Welcome Messages details. There's already a tag embedded in the welcome message. This is the name tag, which is one of the default tags, and gets replaced with the contact's name. If your bot doesn't know the contact's name, it'll just remove this tag from the screen's text. Other default tags include the phone tag and the email tag, also taken from each visitor's details, as they show up on the bot's contacts list. Next, we'll use a custom info tag. Switch to the contacts list and search for a contact. When expanding the contact details, we can see the personal info tags section. Here, you'll find a list of existing tags that can hold info relevant to this contact. Enter info next to the first tag. Add more info next to the second tag. And fill out another info tag. Just for fun. When expanding the details of other contacts, we can see that all contacts have the same tag names, and that each contact can have different info associated with those tags, allowing you to create screens with customizable content that adapts to each contact. It's time to embed these tags in a new screen. Switch over to the Screens tab and add a new screen. Give it a title, then add content that includes the 3 tags we just created. Add a way to navigate back to the main menu, and that's all there is to it. Now that you know how to use tags, you can create dynamic screen content with personalized info that adapts to each visitor, and your WhatsApp bot will deliver it to your contacts 24/7. To take the next steps and get the most out of your WhatsApp bot, watch our next tutorials. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated with all that's new in the realms of automation solutions.